Hey there, Nerdy Nation. It's Kellen back. And today I thought I'd just make a quick video touching on a subject. How much spacing should there be between an album? And I'm going to, most of the albums I talk about here, I'll rank them, and then, I'll give you my general opinion. So, we'll just dive right in. But, so some bands... Sorry, I have some chips. Some bands just spit out albums. And most of the time, when you just spit them out, it doesn't work. Prime example, Green Day with Uno, Dos, and Trey. I think, Uno, Dos, Trey. I don't know how to pronounce it. That was 3 albums in 7 months, I think. And then they took a break. Then they came back 2016, 4 years later, with, in my opinion, a phenomenal comeback album. And another one, that band I like, Water Parks, I don't know if you guys know them, you should really listen to them. It only took them a year and practically 4 months, it's about a year and 3.5 months, to put out their second release. Their debut album, Double Dare, was amazing, and their newest release, Entertainment, in my opinion, given the fact that this year there's been some crappy albums, is probably the best album of the year so far. I really liked it. There's one song on there I don't like. I'll probably do a review soon. So no, there's just some of the spacing, it takes, I don't know, some bands take a while. Look at Metallica, for example. I don't really listen to Metallica, but do I respect them? Do they make good music? Yeah. They make great music while spacing. Also, I'm wearing my As It Is shirt today. But some of the spacing is just great. And then some is totally normal, All Time Low's new album, which I thought was middle of the road, meh. You can tell they still put their heart into it. There's some lyrics on there that you can tell probably took a while to write. And album Last Young Renegade was put out 2 years and 2 months after Future Hearts. And then you also have As It Is. As It Is, in my opinion, has some of the best. As It is what spacing should be. So what happened was they put out an album in April of 2015, put out an album of January of 2017, so that's 9 months, and then they're back in the studio now. So we'll probably get something by them by August to December, sometime before the end of the year. But their spacing is amazing. They, in my opinion, have some of the best spacing. But then there's also some bands like Weezer, who I think they put out an album for, every year, the last couple years. I don't know. I only like Weezer's old stuff. But, yeah, they did that White Album, and I think the new one's called, Pacific Daydream or something. Yeah. And, State Champs, their album came out almost 2 years ago now. October of 2015, actually. So almost 3 years now. And apparently they've been in the studio for a while. So hopefully they can put out a really great project and not let us down. Because, it's been, they put out that deluxe version, blah, blah. It has 2 songs on it, plus the demos and acoustic stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, spacing for an album should be anywhere between a year and 6 or 7 months to about 2 years. And then, wait, thought I had to sneeze. But then, Avenged Sevenfold, they take their time. Their new album's not the best. Well, newish. It's not the best. But you can still tell they took time on it with all the riffs and stuff. It's an hour long for only being 10 songs. But yeah, like, bands really should take their time. Like, Waterparks, I don't know how they did it. It only took them a year and 4 months. And they spit out a perfect, in my opinion, well, not perfect, a really awesome album. So, yeah. And then, I think that's, like, mostly it. But, like, Authority Zero, if you guys haven't heard of them, they're a small punk band from Arizona. Yeah. And every time they put out an album, they usually space it 3 years. And, like, Papa Roach, they usually do every 2 years. So, like, they do it, like, either every winter or spring. So, like, some bands take it easy, some bands are very normal. Like, A Day to Remember, their first album was in 2005. Then you had 2007, 2009, 10. Yeah, they put out, A Day to Remember released an album in, like, a year and 2 months. And the weird part is, those 2 albums are, like, my favorite by them, surprisingly. So, yeah. Even though they had barely any space between them, they're my 2 favorite albums, Homesick and What Separates Me From You. Then it took them 3 years to put out Common Courtesy, then 3 years to put out Bad Vibrations. So either this year or next year, I should be expecting something. But I mean, what I'm saying is, if you're an artist, take it at your own pace. Don't try to rush it out. You don't have to be Weezer. You don't have to be Waterparks. Just take your time. Like, as much as I'd hate to say this, 21 Pilots, look how long it's took them. They put out the Blurry Face. I don't like 21 Pilots. But they put out Blurry Face in 2015. Apparently, they're still working on this new album, and it's been almost 3 years. But I have to give props to them, because they're taking their time. No pun intended. And then, like, I don't know if you guys saw my video, there's a brass rock band. Some people call them ska. They prefer to be called brass rock. Band from Baltimore called Stacks Like Pancakes. I'm actually friends with these guys. I'm actually going to see them for my second time next month at a small venue that they play, like, every 2 months. And, like, these guys, their first album came out in spring of 2011. Their second one came out in spring of 2015. And they just announced that their new album will be out possibly in September. They're doing this thing. You guys actually should go pre-order their new album, Strange Creatures, because they have to get $100,000 to fund this album. But it has a decent amount. It has like 14 songs on it, so yeah. But their spacing is good, like, very long, but you can tell, like, their first album was meh, but then you could tell they, like, took their time on their 2015 album. It has 15 songs on it, but they really took their time, and they tried, and they put out a phenomenal album. So shout out to Stacks Like Pancakes. Even the Stolen do that too. They space everything really good, even though they only have EPs. Yeah. Alright, well, thank you guys. Like, subscribe. Hopefully a new video up tomorrow reviewing the Forever Came Calling new EP. Can't remember what it's called. The Retro Future EP. Like, yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. I might listen to Bless the Fall. If it's meh, I might review it. I don't know. Bless the Fall is not really my music. But definitely Forever Came Calling, so. Alright. Peace, Nerdy Nation. Out.